Have you ever realized that success has a strange way of making your world smaller? You get rewarded for one thing, so you do it again, which gets rewarded again. Until one day you look around and realize you're becoming known for something that was only ever supposed to be one part of you. I thought AI was doing that to me, but I don't think it did. I think AI just made me notice a pattern that existed much longer. By the end of this video, I want to give you a way to tell whether you're actually following your own curiosity or whether success has quietly started choosing a direction for you. The first place I noticed this was very uncomfortable. My own channel. I started it because I wanted to explore systems thinking, not productivity hacks, and not just tools, but the invisible systems that shape who we are, how we make decisions, how we work, how we connect. And while I explored these topics, I eventually had to make an AI video. So I did. And I remember that the day it went live, I was making a stand-up paddle tour in nature, and I didn't bring my smartphone with me. When I checked the analytics that evening, I was like, whoa, what happened there? I mean, the channel didn't blow up. It's still low numbers, but compared to the videos before, that was a huge step. And I remember sitting there and trying to find a reason why this video performed so much better than everything I've done before. I didn't know whether this was the new standard my channel has reached, or if it was just because AI is a timely topic. So I just kept going. The next video released, and low numbers again. I decided to post another AI video. And that one even outperformed the first one. And after that, low views again. So I started seeing a pattern. But the strange thing is, the conclusion was obvious. Just do more AI videos. And that was the moment I became interested. Because the conclusion wasn't wrong. The data actually supported it. So why did part of me resist doing exactly what worked? Maybe I just don't like AI. At first, that was the easiest explanation. Maybe I just wasn't adaptable. Maybe I was resisting something useful because it was new. But I actually like AI. I also like those two videos. So that explanation didn't fit. The problem wasn't that AI was bad. But if AI wasn't the problem, then what was? Then I heard a question at work that made me look at it completely differently. In a town hall, leadership was introducing an initiative to start using more AI in the company. And I was participating remotely. So I was at home, headphones on, video off, just listening while doing something else. And when the town hall reached the end, they opened the discussion for questions. And one question really got my attention back. One person asked, how do we make sure that we are not falling into Goodhart's law? When a measure becomes a target, it stops being a good measure. And I don't even remember the answer, but I remember the question. But why did this question stay with me? Because the question wasn't really about AI. It was about whether we're optimizing the tool or the thing the tool should help us achieve. And then I caught myself doing this exact thing in a completely different area of my life, planning. I realized that when I want to achieve things and get things done, I have to have a plan. But when this plan fails, I told myself, maybe the planning wasn't right. So the next time I spent even more time planning. My problem was supposed to be execution. So I optimized planning. And somehow planning became the only thing I optimized. Same pattern. 3 completely different situations. A YouTube channel, a company AI strategy, and my own planning system. They looked unrelated until I mapped the structure underneath. Every meaningful goal starts with a human need. Then we define what success looks like. Then we create something measurable. The danger is that we eventually forget the first 2 steps. My need for the YouTube channel was connection. The outcome was meaningful conversations. The proxy was comments. The metrics, views. And somehow along the way, the metric became the brief. If your work feels less creative, less meaningful, and less yours, I don't think the answer is to stop using AI. The better question is, what is this metric actually standing in for? What did I originally want? What human need is actually underneath this number? If this tool disappeared tomorrow, what would I actually care about? The funny thing, this video is another AI video, which is slightly ironic. But if you enjoyed this one, you might actually want to explore a few videos on this channel that are not about AI. Because AI never really was the topic. It was just the thing that revealed the question. Once you see the shape of it, need, outcome, proxy, metric, you start seeing it in other areas of your life. In the way I write when I catch myself chasing sounds human instead of is true. In the way people build trust with each other when the metric quietly becomes, did it go smoothly? Instead of, did they actually believe me? Same for boxes, different names. Once you know what to look for, you'll probably find your own version of it before I ever get to mine.